What up, HipHopLuVeRZ? This is Vikki, and you're watching Lex and Vikki Rap Zone. Today, Rapsody released an album called Eve. A lot of you guys suggested me to react to some of the female rappers, and you mentioned Rapsody. I know now that she's been in the game for such a long time, since 2007, and I just feel really bad that I never really got into her live, the hip-hop live, and her music, but now I will. So by your recommendation, I listened to Layla's Wisdom a longer time ago, and I just feel so, left out that I haven't heard this album before. It's so good. She is such a wonderful lyricist. Her all of her tracks there have so much meaning behind it. I love the joint with Kendrick Lamar and the track Power. I also liked Nobody and the Black and Ugly track. There are many ones that really hit me, and I just feel like this album, the new album Eve, is going to make me so emotional because it's about the Afro-American women. Each track suggests a name. Like the first one is Nina, then we have Michelle, which I assume it's Michelle Obama. We have Cleo, we have Tyra, I guess Tyra Banks, Iman, another model. We have a couple other names on this album that actually mark an iconic women in this world. I cannot wait to hear every track, to read all of these lyrics, because I know this one is for the books. Like, this one is really legendary. Now I want to listen to with you and react to the Sojourner track. So this track was released last year in November, but I never heard it before. This one marks the first collaboration with J. Cole, and this track was a leading track at the Jumla's The Squad 2. That was produced by Ninth Wonder, and I didn't hear this track, but I would just really like to hear it now as the album released and she put this track on the album. It might be, maybe it was a little bit tuned up and now sounds different as it did before, but I'm just gonna listen to the one that was produced in 2018. Let's do it.
I'm so tired, floating out. Born in the pain, alcoholic veins, over analytical brain, a product of the shame, and running from a past that's checking like the gift. Why you never smile in your pictures? I refrain from giving you the answer, cause that answer wasn't plain. But didn't know myself, and so I dealt with shit the same.
Here, J. Cole talks about his life, about where he comes from, and he says alcoholic veins, that what caught me. I know, and that J. Cole sang about it not once, that his mom was an alcoholic and she was an addict, and he says that it runs in his veins, and that's pretty deep, I would say. He also says he's asked many times that why he doesn't smile in the pictures, and we know that J. Cole is pretty serious figure, and he really, you don't see him smiling or laughing in the pictures or in the videos. And whenever he was laughing hard in one of the ROTD documentaries that was released recently, it was really, heartwarming to see him laughing out loud.
Jack Local. Is that your car?
That's not my car.
Oh, it's a car?
No.
God in heaven above, I come to you as humbly as I know how. Off hella the drugs and I'm out of my mind. In the meantime, I'ma just smoke this loud. Put the shit on my tongue and the shooting star. Hit a shot.
That was really cool.
I shoot the shit with niggas, but they never knew the shit that's hidden deep within the crevices. Like ever since I was a child. See my mama with the pistol pointed at her dome and house are running wild. Bear with my style, it's just a trial run. Just heard these kids don't know about Malcolm, and I'm sorta heartbroken, cause the elders lost hope in our youth. And here I sit dead in the middle. So where in the fuck that leave me? Irrelevant, I guess. Went from heaven sent to element, intelligent to stress. Damn.
I got here the lines that he said, I'm in the middle, I'm not the youngest in hip-hop or wherever he stands right now, but these people nowadays don't get my lyrics, and I just feel like this kind of reminded me of the Middle Child track. But I'm also thinking that the Middle Child track was released in January 2019, and this one was released before. So I guess that he might have been thinking about this Middle Child thing way before he released Middle Child track. Cole not once shared with his fans, with just public, that he delivers a lot of valuable messages to the youth, to people in general, but he just feels like people don't listen to him, and we know that younger generation, they have different tastes of music, and he says that younger generation doesn't get his message sometimes that he tries to put across through his lyrics and through the meaning of his lyrics, and this makes him think that he's irrelevant. But we all know that he is one of the best-selling artists, rap artists in the game right now, and he just, especially right now, like in 2018, 2019, he's rising up so, you know, high that I don't see him as irrelevant, to be honest. I know a lot of people who now listen to J. Cole a lot, and starting to understand him and understand his flow, his lyrics, and really becoming fans. So Cole, you are relevant. Please stay true like you have been all this time and keep doing your thing. He also mentioned, I seen my mama point a pistol at her dome, meaning he seen his mom actually wanted to commit suicide, and this makes me really sad and emotional. He mentions this similar phrase in one of his KOD's tracks. Actually, I think it was the first track on the KOD album. Hi HipHopLuVeRZ, I'm sitting right now in a cafe and kind of editing the video, and I noticed that I did not mention the Malcolm part, even though I heard it and I knew that I was gonna say something about it, but nevertheless, Cole is mentioning Malcolm. I think it's about Mac Miller and how people who are coming into hip-hop right now, who want to listen to hip-hop, don't know who Mac Miller is, because maybe because he died and doesn't produce music anymore, and these kids that are coming into hip-hop now, they don't know him. So he says it's really sad, and then these kids who listen to hip-hop, they don't listen to old school, they don't know how hip-hop started. That's what he's mentioned here in this part of the verse. I have this wonderful song playing in the background, sorry about that, but I just had to say this because I really wanted to mention the Mac Miller part. R.I.P. Mac. Let's move to Rhapsody's lines.
Oh, I swam for miles, only to realize the curve.
Swim good until it arrives.
Yeah.
The day arrives, thank God that I'm alive.
Yeah.
It's
for forever. Some things you gotta leave behind. Some people just like weather and seasons. For that reason, I know I always have a leg up out, and so I'm out. I got an Audi and it's bad. I said that line cause niggas only respect you if you brag. It don't work on me the same. Don't give a fuck about what you have. Everybody.
Wow, she's so underrated. I don't know, I have goosebumps all over my body. Just the way she rhymes, the way she puts the word one after another, I love it. I genuinely do. She said she has Audi, and she mentioned this, that she has a car, because she says that people don't like you if you don't brag. So like, I have to brag.
You don't teach the ones that's coming up to multiply their cash. Think for themselves. Think beyond sales. Everything worth don't come with some whistles and some bells. Meek Mill and working hard ain't too soft. I'm a Meek Mill to keep it real. The realest niggas I know always kept it real. And I'ma tell you, black on black murder been whack.
She mentions Meek Mill. Shout out to McMeal. She also says the line, ninth, turn it up so they can hear it in the back. Ninth wonder. So she is actually referring to her producer to turn it up a little bit.
You see hope for niggas and where they all ought to be. Scared to grow wings, Birdman with a bunch of Carter beats. That's old news. Look, nigga, you're talking to mine and me smarter. Teach you how to make moves without needing the U-Haul. I was on you all when I was growing up. Now it's you all that's all on these nuts.
The changing flow, I like it.
Say it. Who need inspiration? Well, you know when you can play. Yeah, $1,000,001. Told these niggas I don't give a single $1,000,001 fuck rap.
Wow, so many great lines, lots of shout outs. She actually mentioned the Sean Carter's, aka Jay-Z's, and Birdman's feud. It's not recent, it's been more than a year of all that going on, or I think like around a year. And just, you know, these lines about take moves without a U-Haul, you know, and all these just word plays that are like, I've never heard these ones before. They're so good. I want to review more tracks from this album, but I just thought that this one is probably like the first one that was released among the other ones from this album, so I thought I would review this one and move forward. Thank you so much for watching this, and stay tuned for more with HipHopLuVeRZ at Lex and Vikki Rap Zone. Peace.